Satu, dua, tiga.
Oke, makasih Pak.
Look, I won't pretend I understand it, babe, the afterlife and all. But as you died, you promised me that you would try to write or call, and I've been waiting ever since. Every Sunday I hold seances with like-minded adults and roll your corpse into the living room.
Yo, halo, hari ini gue di Bondowoso. Hari ini gue mau street hunting di kisaran Bondowoso aja. Hari ini gue pakai Fuji Industrial 100. Kameranya kayak biasa, Canon S50, lensanya 50-1.4. Yuk, langsung aja kita foto-foto.
Infiltrate my newsfeed. I swear no one would notice. You could float beside some bogus BuzzFeed quiz about the POTUS. Be a pixelated phantom ghost on clickbait propaganda posts and dictate what you're thinking through a catchy headline. Like, one weird reason why it's great to be ethereal. Or 20 signs you're dead now and your soul is immaterial. Or if it's late at night, then you can swoop in from the shadow realm and talk to me through pop-up ads that show up over adult films on anything you're into. We could start with MILF or facial. You could beam your interspatial spirit into interracial. If you're feeling sort of formal, we could pizza date on Skype, and I could call the corner over and we could share the corner slice. When it's time to go to bed, then we could leave our cameras on. And if the netherworld has one day shipping free on Amazon, then you can slumber as you ship yourself. I swear the shit delivers quick. Or send me the address and I could meet you by the river Styx. I Twitter beef with Namtar by the Tigris and Euphrates. I could snap you while I'm snagging sacred threads of life from Hades. I would loot to odd and photocopy pirate the papyrus, change the records and then have a Facebook flame war with Osiris. And either way, I can't wait to talk or reunite. I've been so lonely since you died, I've tried to walk towards the light. And if the gods of death oppose our harmless want to reconvene, then maybe we could sneak you by him if you haunt me through a screen. It's been far too long that you and I have been alone. You could rectify that if you haunt me through my phone. No, I don't wanna deal with voodoo dolls and figurines. I could do without them if you'd haunt me through my screen. I'm just frustrated, I guess. I've hung out in countless graveyards, drawn pentagrams and slaughtered goats, and even took a course on hunting ghosts from Pentecostal folks, but never once have gotten close. Last month I sat with local psychics and their crystal jewels and tried to find my old T-Mobile sidekick phone from middle school, just so maybe if you're bored of fortune-telling tarot cards and magic words, then you can tweet 140 characters, so I can throw away my voodoo dolls and stop chanting my juju mantras that my guru taught us. And if you slide into some YouTube comments, you can scroll the comment page or you can leave it blank. If your specter is perceptible, we tell them it's a prank. And if you still don't send responses, I'd assume the problem's technical, and I would call Verizon just so someone could inspect it all. I'd tell him I just want a close encounter of the spectral kind. He'd ask if we turned on our modem router for a second time and plugged it incorrectly to the voltage power socket line and tried to tear a portal hole through to your paranormal soul, so me and you could catch up on a toll-free spirit mortal call. Or we could see a witch doctor, she'd probably be skeptical. Clinician with a stethoscope, the specimen not skeletal, the symptoms metaphysical, the convalescent soulless. At first your diagnosis could be we should try hypnosis, but truthfully, if you could choose the way that you're reborn, I hope you use the 3G phone and you eschew the Ouija board. And at this point, I don't really know why I learned ESP4 when you can just descend and settle in my USB port or my NVIDIA GeForce or my video AV cord. There's no need for Santa Muerte when I've got a QWERTY keyboard. We could play a game of esports, you and I'd be on a team. And if you're feeling odious, I'll put my audio on stream. I'll still have your favorite games, babe, I've got them all on Steam. We'll get started when you're ready once you haunt me through a screen. It's been far too long that you and I have been alone. You could rectify that if you haunt me through my phone. No, I don't wanna deal with voodoo dolls and figurines. I could do without them if you'd haunt me through my screen. I think I'm in love, but I've been feeling otherwise. These flutters in my stomach aren't butterflies, but cutting knives and not the butter kind. And if you listen close when she begins to speak, you'll hear a couple hundred sighs in the collective shut of eyes. Letters linger on her lips like lullabies. I think I've drowned a couple times inside her opal-colored eyes. She can do something as simple as sit down with the grace of Olympic dives. A perfect 10 photo shutter finish on her cocoa butter thighs. Catch her wearing loose pajamas on a Sunday, and she'd overshadow any supermodel on a runway. When she wakes up in the morning, she smells like vanilla essence and a bittersweet recollections of your adolescence.
Satu, dua, tiga.
Presents you got on birthdays, orange creamsicles
Oke, makasih Pak.
on first base. And walk past them in the halls, and if your shoulders feel the slightest brush, you might melt to liquid gold, the lightest kind of Midas touch. I've seen the way she drinks espresso during classes and reshapes a paper cup into an emerald-covered chalice. Sugar packets pouring crystals, napkin origami cranes, gunning gorgeous glances to me through a Giorgio Armani frames. She's She's nearly perfect in almost every way. But she's got shit taste in movies. Ask her for her favorite titles and she always likes to say she's down to go see anything by Shyamalan or Michael Bay. And also she's a psycho in the kitchen, it's a travesty. What kind of fucking monster cooks their pasta in a microwave? And she does this thing where she corrects your grammar if it's wrong and clicks her tongue and winks and shoots a playful finger gun as if she's won some sort of contest. Empress victor of a conquest, Mrs. Armchair Shrink, let me fix you with a comment. Princess cake you when you're down, worship her to a godhead. It seldom happens that she listens to my voice and doesn't chime in quick with unsolicited advice. An unapologetic tyrant, a passive-aggressive rivalry. Ask her a question and catch a handful of sass and irony. And trust me, really, she is just the worst of board games. Debates about the rules like legislators at a court case. Tampers with the scales of justice, wielding pencils as her gavel. Once I even caught her cheating while she kept the score in Scrabble. She's a fucking record checkers, plays Monopoly sloppily. Always bringing up disputes and games of Trivia Pursuit. Sucks at Battleship and Risk, she fights better hand to hand. And don't even get me started about how trash she is at Candyland. Like you can't be bad at that game, yet you lose all the time. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm no Adonis either. Fashion sense abysmal, I've got 2 Nirvana t-shirts that I wear to formal outings, and I've never owned a cardigan. Catch me buying cargo pants at Target from the bargain bin. Drink milk straight out the carton, use my hands to scoop out margarine. Breakfast table etiquette makes up our morning arguments, and I'm not a glass half full kind of guy. Shipwrecked flags half-mast hull kind of guy. I never was an optimist, not too good at compromise. The problem is my ego sports with 10 photo shutter finish on her cocoa butter thighs. Catch her wearing loose pajamas on a Sunday, and she'd overshadow any supermodel on a runway. When she wakes up in the morning, she smells like vanilla essence and her bittersweet recollections of your adolescence. Summer camp and piano lessons and presents you got on birthdays. Orange creamsicles and double plays on first base. And walk past her in the halls, and if your shoulders feel the slightest brush, you might melt to liquid gold, the lightest kind of Midas touch. I've seen the way she drinks espresso during classes and reshapes a paper cup into an emerald-covered chalice. Sugar packets pouring crystals, napkin origami cranes, gunning gorgeous glances to me through her Giorgio Armani frames. She's nearly perfect in almost every way. But she's got shit taste in movies. Ask her for her favorite titles and she always likes to say she's down to go see anything by Shyamalan or Michael Bay. And also she's a psycho in the kitchen, it's a travesty. What kind of fucking monster cooks their pasta in a microwave? And she does this thing where she corrects your grammar if it's wrong and clicks her tongue and winks and shoots a playful finger gun as if she's won some sort of contest. Empress victor of a conquest, Mrs. Armchair Shrink, let me fix you with a comment. Princess cake you when you're down, worship her to a godhead. It seldom happens that she listens to my voice and doesn't chime in quick with unsolicited advice. An unapologetic tyrant, a passive-aggressive rivalry. Ask her a question and catch a handful of sass and irony. And trust me, really, she is just the worst of board games. Debates about the rules like legislators at a court case. Tampers with the scales of justice, wielding pencils as her gavel. Once I even caught her cheating while she kept the score in Scrabble. She's a fucking record checkers, plays Monopoly sloppily. Always bringing up disputes and games of Trivia Pursuit. Sucks at Battleship and Risk, she fights better hand to hand. And don't even get me started about how trash she is at Candyland. Like you can't be bad at that game, yet you lose all the time. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm no Adonis either. Fashion sense abysmal, I've got 2 Nirvana t-shirts that I wear to formal outings, and I've never owned a cardigan. Catch me buying cargo pants at Target from the bargain bin. Drink milk straight out the carton, use my hands to scoop out margarine. Breakfast table etiquette makes up our morning arguments, and I'm not a glass half full kind of guy. Shipwrecked flags half-mast hull kind of guy. I never was an optimist, not too good at compromise. The problem is my ego sports with 10 photo shutter finish on her cocoa butter thighs. Catch her wearing loose pajamas on a Sunday, and she'd overshadow any supermodel on a runway. When she wakes up in the morning, she smells like vanilla essence and her bittersweet recollections of your adolescence. Summer camp and piano lessons and presents you got on birthdays. Orange creamsicles and double plays on first base. And walk past her in the halls, and if your shoulders feel the slightest brush, you might melt to liquid gold, the lightest kind of Midas touch. I've seen the way she drinks espresso during classes and reshapes a paper cup into an emerald-covered chalice. Sugar packets pouring crystals, napkin origami cranes, gunning gorgeous glances to me through her Giorgio Armani frames. She's nearly perfect in
jadi gue udah selesai street huntingnya di Bondowoso. Tadi gue pakai Fuji Industrial 100 pasar 100. Ya kita langsung gue gak tahu hasilnya kayak gimana, jadi tungguin aja setelah di develop dan scan di filmnya. See you in next photo vlog. Ciao.
Princess cake you when you're down, worship her to a godhead. It seldom happens that she listens to my voice and doesn't chime in quick with unsolicited advice and unapologetic